Anyways, yo.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
There we go. Okay, we're working. Sorry about that. Wouldn't be a Big Dawg podcast if we didn't have some kind of technical difficulties.
Some kind of fuck up.
That's for sure. But we're back after a couple weeks off. We missed you guys. We hope you missed us. So what we got going on over here? What is this? Celtics game. We got a Celtics game going on inside. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Big Dawg podcast. Like I said, we had a couple weeks off, but we're back and going to do our normal format here. We're going to skip week 6. I think we missed.
Yeah.
We'll call that the bye week for the podcast, just for the sake of time, and we'll catch everybody up at where we're at for week 7 and going into week 8. So we've crossed over the halfway point of the regular season for fantasy football.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy how fast it goes.
Yeah.
Once it gets going. Anything while we're pulling this up here, boys?
Yeah, it's like a third of pregnancy, isn't it? You know, like
What, football?
Fantasy football regular season. We're at like 14. You know, like 14 weeks. It's like it goes really fast.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
So let's get into it. Week 7. Here's what
It's a
happened.
dogfight, though.
We had a
Everyone's competing.
Yeah, definitely it is. It's going to be interesting. We'll talk about the standings and stuff as we get into it, see where things are looking. But last week, I took on Barry, official Big Toe Bash Bro 8.0. I got him 113 to 109. Came down to Derrick Henry at the end, giving me a 30-point game. Huge to give me the slight edge over Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge fourth quarter. It did not look like it was going to happen, but it ended up happening. Got him 113 to 109. We both missed the threshold meeting, the median score. So I took 1 L there, and Barry took 2, making him 6-8, and me 7-7 at 500. Next game. Why is it?
Both teams a little scary. Not really teams you want to see. You know, going forward, I think they're both kind of tough.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I agree.
Next
I think every team's pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Next game we had Roe taking on. Why is it doing right click every Tuesday? Like it's thinking I'm right. I'm not right clicking. What the fuck is happening? You see that? Like it wanted to do like a right click.
What's going on?
Okay. Right there. See, it comes up like when I move my mouse.
Oh, you just gotta
Jeez.
be smooth
All right.
with it.
Yeah. Okay, so we had chat. Do you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Chat took on.
We're not going to be able to scroll very far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my mouse is tripping. Let's just turn it off, turn it back on. Maybe that'll help. Nope. Okay, so chat took on Roe. Got him 155 to 100. Making Roe 0-14. Now officially at the lone spot at the bottom. It's been tough for him. But
would have to win every game out, right? Like, and be on the front side to go 500 now. With we got 7 more weeks left, so he would have to go to get to 500. He would have to go win 2 every week.
Take off and not look back.
Yep.
Correct.
Still had some big performances from Gibbs, but just not enough across the board. Chat having a big week, and Chat might be the leading scorer right now.
Going down to is going to hurt him.
Yeah. He hasn't been going too crazy though, but tough week again for Roe. Chat sitting at the top of the league, I believe, at 11-3, or towards the top at least. If we can get back to our matchup here, jeez. My mouse just has a mind of its own today, I guess. Okay. Next game we had Brian taking on Daddy Dabs. Daddy Dabs got this W, 154 to 123, making Ford 9-5 and Brian 8-6. Both of them were able to get over the median there. So 2 wins there for Ford, a big week for him, and Brian going 1-1.
Jalen Daniels stays healthy. You never know what could.
Yeah, no, you don't know.
Been
He
in
could
this
have maybe
game.
put up.
Oh, you're saying, yeah.
enough to make
that
a
definitely hurt him.
difference.
Yeah.
competitive game. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
He still had a 30-point deficit, though. So
what did
Would've been
McLaurin do? He
I mean,
started
Lamar
him
with
too.
44.
yeah.
Yeah, he did 15. Could have maybe got a little bit more from Lamar too. Maybe or McLaurin had McDaniel.
Oh, who did?
Daniel's been in too.
0 over on the right.
Debo.
Debo.
Oh yeah, illness.
And that-
Sig.
And still put up that 150 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, great week.
Motherfucker had a cough.
Well, I mean, between his running backs and his,
I can't play, coach.
between his running back and his quarterback, he had almost 100 points between those guys. So,
Right.
great week there for Ford. Like I said, making him 9-5 and Brian 8-6. Next game, we have Snugz here taking the L and giving Connor his first head-to-head win.
Love to see that.
Making him 1-13 now. Both teams not
Good shit,
able to
Connor.
meet the median, so Snugz going 0-2 this week, and Connor getting
Rose
one win.
officially in their one spot of getting paintballed right now.
Yep, said that earlier. Lonesome bottom spot, but so Connor able to move up on there.
A little positive, man.
Yeah, still not the greatest weeks, for both guys. Connor just cracking 100 points, but a win is a win. Tough week for Snugz. Connor, it's been funny. No diss, but his kicker and his defense have been going off for him like every week.
Yeah.
Kind of carrying him and getting 17 points
Just
out of his
didn't really
kicker
get
and
anything out of my
13 points.
receivers.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's fantasy.
He really didn't either.
Play
I
what how you got to do.
I had Jonathan Taylor out. The Goodson guy, starting him, he's been getting me about 10 points a week, but not knowing about Rashad White, what was going to go on with him on Monday Night Football. When it came Sunday, it's like, well, I can't get 0 here. We got to start somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up scoring 29. I had to start him. I win. Same thing, too. I didn't want to be a homer and start Brian Thomas, so I start Tyreek Hill. I'm like, well, this will be the week for Hill. And I sit Brian Thomas, and he's just a dog.
Yeah.
It'll be that once
Oh,
Tua's
my
back.
team,
That's
my team still is Hawk too, and I ain't got Tua.
Tyreek.
Should just be Bakey.
So yeah, next game we have here, we have Shear taking on Dalton. This was a close one. Shear got him 124-122, making Shear 7-7 and Dalton 8-6.
2 former Browns. What do you know? Leading the fucking path.
Yeah, with Baker Mayfield.
Maybe
and
no.
Kareem
Oh no,
Hunt.
3 with Amari.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Close game though. Both teams meeting the thresholds. So Shear getting 2 wins here. Big.
Yeah, I
big
needed
week
it. I needed
for
it.
him. Dalton just taking the 1 loss head to head. But I mean, what was really the difference maker here? I mean, to look at it, 2 points. I mean, turnover or something. I don't know, but about as close as you can get in a fantasy football matchup. Shear getting 14 out of Boswell. He's been about the brightest spot for the Steelers
right
scoring wise.
Pretty much defense.
And Bowers
Yeah.
has been a dog, too.
Bakey got a lot of points this week. Been a lot of high scoring games. So, yeah, good week for both teams. I guess Dalton. It
don't hurt. It don't hurt to go.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt as bad.
It doesn't hurt to go 1-1.
Yeah.
It seriously doesn't right now.
And then the last game from last week, we have Coxie took down Zach Chat. Zach Chat having
2
a
of the
rough.
top 3 teams. Yeah.
No.
Going into it.
Maybe
and
going
then-
into it,
and
yeah.
then-
But
and then
Zach dropped a lot, I think, this
Adam.
week. But yeah, Coxie 11-3 took down Zach Chat at 9-5. Tough week for Zach, putting up 87. Coxie having a decent week with 133. CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud put
What
up a fucking
weird
turd.
week for him.
He looked like he was a fucking Cleveland Browns quarterback during that game.
86 yards total with his leading receiver.
Green Bay's defense is legit, though.
It really is.
Nick Chubb finding the end zone for him, but altogether just not enough. Coxie on the other side been having DK Metcalf having a great week. Did see that gruesome injury with Chris Godwin, so that's going to take Coxie back a step back at receiver because he's been playing really well for him. My computer just decided to go back. But yeah, good week for those guys. Great job to the winners. Better luck next week to the losers.
Something like that. That's not it.
That's definitely not it, but we just keep it going, okay?
That's a good pickup right there too, Sheer. I looked at the Los Angeles Chargers defense. Was thinking the same thing. I have the Steelers right now, but I was like, man, I like the next 3 matchups
The Browns,
they have.
I've stuck with them, and their defense is just on the field so fucking much.
Too long.
And can't get a fucking interception, so yeah, I had to do it.
I picked up the
Well, a bit
Ravens.
too
That
far, I
that
think.
was just, it was the homer in me.
DP.
Huh?
Well, a
Hoping.
bit too far. You're a month away now.
I'm trying to get. I just wish it would just want to get the weekly report.
There you go.
This is the week. No, that's
No
weeks
way,
ago.
dude. Keep on going.
Hold on, fellas, relax.
7 days. 4 days. Here we go.
Okay.
2 days.
7 days.
It's almost Halloween. Next
7 days.
next Thursday is Halloween. We dressing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We did last time. Yeah, maybe we'll first episode in the basement over back at my place. I'll decorate.
It might be
for
legit.
Halloween.
It might be set up correctly.
All right.
What time is it?
Week 8. We're gonna go. Well, fuck the weekly report. We're skipping that. I should have did that earlier. Week 8. Let's get into the matchups, boys.
Yeah, let's go. This is what we're here for.
This is
what we're here for.
here
Everyone's
for.
fucking scrolling, look through
You
the
know
past
what
shit.
I'm here for? The Krabby Patty meal, Wendy's. All right. Start here with myself, right at the top. Okay.
Have you had it?
What? No, I have not. It's just like a meme. Like
I
people
went
have been
through there and
pulling
got
up
breakfast,
to
and they
Wendy's,
said,
and they're like, "Hey, how can I help you?" And people are like, "You know why I'm here." And then they play fucking the SpongeBob song. I'm sure if I worked at Wendy's, I'd win to fight people. All right. So this week, starting off at the top of the week 8 matchups, we have myself here taking on Connor. Right now, projection has me 121 to Connor's 104. Said Connor finally got that first win last week, so he's back in the win column officially this year.
He's hot.
Yeah, I guess you
On a
can say
streak.
that.
Yep.
So, what do you guys think about this matchup? I'll let you guys talk about this one.
I think.
I'm glad Connor's right.
Yep. I think running back is a huge difference in this. Washington up front is pretty good for DeAndre Swift. And then Williams, I mean, he did have a breakout game last week. So that was definitely positive signs. And, I mean, he could. But Derrick Henry, what he's doing and can do, and it's going to be against Cleveland. Quarterbacks.
Is he kind of guaranteed to score? You know, Derrick Henry? Like, are you almost like,
And to get
where
80,
McCaffrey
90
was
yards,
last year?
too.
Just go ahead and book it.
And get 80, 90 yards, too.
Anytime TD for Derrick Henry almost every week. So that's just,
Yeah, I think.
I will say it's been amazing to
I
see
think Josh
how-
Allen, too, is almost a guaranteed
It's-
fucking anytime.
It's been amazing to
To
see
rush
how
him.
To
Derrick
rush him,
Henry is like really stuck it out and stayed healthy for the most part and had a huge workload because the past 2 to 3 seasons, I've been like, well, I can't keep him another year. You know, I
no,
can't keep him
yeah.
another year. And you know, this is the year to trade him. This is the year to trade him.
Yep.
But he's
No.
he hasn't slowed down
He's
at
in
all.
the perfect situation, too.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to take that bulk load. I don't know. Keep on going down a little bit.
receivers is probably the big difference maker here,
Yeah.
and that's just
McMillan, I mean, he could be the number one dude in Tampa Bay right now because that's a big time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have Baker right now, and that's taking. I feel like that's gonna hurt me too.
well. I think they're gonna play through their running backs. I think all three of them are pretty good, honestly, and I think they're gonna pound it, screens, outs, all this stuff. I think they're gonna play sheer Madden ball with these running backs. But I don't. He was good, in college. So we'll see that he's gonna get his chance now. Mark Andrews has been pretty good last couple weeks for being kind of a dud to start the year. I would give that's probably the only edge I see Connor having in this matchup, and probably I would, even the RB2 I would say might be about even. And then in the flex, I've really liked Brown and the way he's come along, and Philly's defense was better last week. That could be, and it could be, DP's got plenty of guys on his bench that he could throw in there too. And
yeah, I'm not 100% sold on Olave yet.
And maybe Connor isn't either. I know that he's been festivaling up, so he probably hadn't even looked at it.
Could be Tank Dell.
Let's take a look at your guys' bench real quick, because this could be
considering Waddle.
ETN plays. Maybe he plays him. Ridley could end up seeing a lot of targets now as well.
Want some receivers?
I got receivers.
He already was seeing targets, so I could see Ridley even being like high volume target guy, 15 targets. Like, I mean, it wouldn't even be shocking to see that for me. But the thing is he might only get 3 catches off of that.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and then Garrett Wilson, that New York
DP,
Jets offense is just, I don't know, man.
I mean,
DP has some quietly.
I'm gonna go Devin.
Consistent guys on his team is just kind of
receiver.
where I would fall.
Last week, still got 13, and 9 targets with Devontae Adams out there. So
yeah.
I think he's still going to get his. I mean, when you watch the game,
he's not going to get the 15.
Few situations
he is going to get 10.
Where Devontae and Garrett Wilson aren't on the field at the same time.
No, he's a lot better after the catch too. I feel like underrated part of his game. But yeah, I'm going DP as well here.
I'm going to go Devin.
But I'll be rooting for Connor. I should.
Mahomes could have a hell of a game against the Raiders though too. You never know.
Hell yeah. Good luck to you there, Connor. Next game we're pulling up here. We have Rowe 0-14 going against official Big Toe Bash Bro 8.0 at 6-8. Is this
the first time Rowe's going in as favorite?
Right now, I was gonna say Rowe is.
Throw $100 on this. This is fucking. How much would this be plus right now?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Rose
Rose
might actually go in on
the
Who knows? It's hard to tell, but
he's getting it this week. Sorry, Barry.
Let's look at it.
I have to look at the rosters.
So we got Rodgers and Burrow.
He's playing Puka tonight.
Rodgers could have a big week against New England. Burrow, I don't know. Philly kind of keeps games low scoring. It seems like this year so far, if I can recall.
I think that's going to be a really good game.
Running back wise, I think I am definitely leaning Rowe at the moment, right? You got with Jahmyr Gibbs. Tank Bigsby had a huge week last week, but ETN's going to be back, right, Snugz?
He was practicing, not in full stills, but it was a hamstring injury.
But hard to imagine. I mean, Tank Bigsby has been playing well, but he's probably not going to get the same amount of workload he got last week, right?
No.
So I think I'd give the edge there to
but I think
but Brian Robinson's been pretty consistent getting a touchdown.
Especially with Jaden Daniels not playing this week. I feel like he's going to get a...
Jaden Daniels is questionable. He could play. It's not for sure. Right?
Yeah,
unless I missed something.
It's not. They said it wasn't serious.
Yeah.
But they did say it was a rib injury.
Yeah, he could. He's still up to play.
If he doesn't play, then that could make a big difference in that. Because he could get a bunch of shares. I don't even know who their backup is there.
Mariota.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it is. I've been hearing the rumblings of Mariota. Yeah, I feel like he could get fed back there. And Puka is a big question mark, though. Like, what's his limit tonight? I mean, is he full go? What's going on?
I mean, they need a win there in LA. Their season's slipping away.
They had a window. They had a window to activate him. I don't think they activate him if he doesn't play. You know, they still had time in the window to activate him for next week. I think he plays tonight, and I think he's going to be ready to go. I think. I think the Rams win this game tonight, man. I really do.
The flex.
There's just been a lot of
He's got
buzz
Mike
about them
Evans.
trading guys and stuff like that, and when you see that and you start to be like, oh well, let's
Najee,
bet on the other
probably.
team. You know, there's a
Najee,
lot of stuff
Romeo
going on in
Dobbs.
that
Who you
locker
going
room.
with, Barry? Who you plugging into your flex?
We don't have any viewers. Haven't had one yet.
Hell yeah, boy.
Did you get anyone share it to this? Does anyone know where they'll rely?
I said at everyone.
So, Tank Bigsby. I mean, the difference for me here is
I think Otten is going to become one of the best tight ends because
his route participation was already high. He was already always out there on almost 100% of their snaps, and so I think
Baker's going to be his
Yeah.
number one guy. Kind of.
I think he does take a step forward.
check. I'm kind of looking swavy right
Oh, fucking.
Oh,
See that wave?
Serve.
You see them waves?
we see it.
Right here, Snugz. I'm talking right here.
I know. I
You
was
see it?
looking, yeah.
See them waves coming?
Yeah.
Look at that fucking Patrick Mahomes up there,
Shit,
bro.
I'm looking swaving. Sorry for the interruption. Just all the splash
Jesus.
coming in. I was like, damn. All right, my do-rag, where your
But
do-rag,
Stephon
kids?
Diggs, I look for CJ to have a good game against Indy. I think CJ is going to come back and
Wendell's been really good. Xavier Worthy, just I don't know if the
he's
value
boomer
will
bust,
be there.
man.
He's really
got to
got
have
to
big
get a
plays.
touchdown.
He's got to have big plays.
It's tough. I think Barry's kind of hurting right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, me too.
I feel like Stephon Diggs and Mike Evans have really carried Barry's team this year.
Well, Mike Evans probably won't play, and that's probably why Barry's.
I've saw Mike Evans is not going to play until they're going to expect him to be out until the bye, which is week 11. So that's 4 weeks. So I mean, that's a long time. And right in the middle of the
Green
season.
Bay's defense, though, against Jacksonville.
He's going for Jerry Rice's record. So if he's out, and
I'm going Rowe. I'm going Rowe getting his first dub, boys.
I like that, but I'm gonna have to go with. It's just too close. Who would Barry play? I like Wendell. I don't like.
Laporta's been struggling this year, man.
Yeah. Who would Barry play in his flex?
The interactions made during the fucking podcast. Boys are resetting their roster for it. There we go.
Okay. I'm going.
You didn't go down to the bench.
I was at the bench. I just went all the way up from the bottom. Didn't I?
No, there we go. I guess Barry could maybe play Najee.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Barry here.
I'm going to go with Rowe.
Rowe.
I like the running back matchup. I like Rodgers against New England this week. And Kate Otten. I feel like there's a big upside with those injuries. And fuck it. I think Puka might get the ball a lot tonight. I mean, if he's healthy, he's good to go. It's been a long time.
He does have that mentality, like, give me the ball and let's go.
What are the Rams right now? 2-4, 3-4, or something.
Yeah.
3 and
Yeah,
4.
it's a must win for them.
2 and 5. Yeah, they need it. So they're gonna try to feed them.
Especially if they're shopping.
Or I'm just calling
Cooper
that
Kupp,
tonight.
I like it.
predicting
No.
that, so.
Yeah, and with Jamison Williams out, I think that Laporte is just gonna get back to himself, and I think that's gonna help Barry in what I think is a pretty close matchup.
Yeah.
It's coming down to tight ends.
Yeah, Laporta. Which is
Otten.
yeah.
Next game here, fellas, we got Coxie taking on Brian. Coxie's sitting at 11-3, and
Quarterbackless.
Brian 8-6. Quarterbackless at the time. Looks like he's probably gonna go Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so what looks like Brian would probably have the slight edge in projection with that quarterback in. But what do you guys think about this? So I think right here we can put Caleb Williams for Brian.
Jacksonville's been giving up a lot at the quarterback position. They say they're the one to target if you're looking for a streamer. They're the only team with a top 12 quarterback each week.
Shoot.
So Jordan Love, I already like them in that offense as well. It is on the road in Jacksonville, but it's not like you're going to like snow or anything. You're going to go play in maybe some like warmer weather. And a lot of these dudes are from the South. I mean, that's just football. And so you look at it, I mean, A.J. Brown being, you know, what he is compared to McLaurin there too, I would say that's even. But Metcalf being questionable, I don't think he plays. They said week to week.
Again, the situation in Washington, you know. Daniels doesn't play, then McLaurin stocks has to go down.
Yeah, he didn't play a whole lot though.
Coxey's got two just big fucking dudes that get the ball at wide receiver, man.
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure Metcalf plays. Coxey's beat up. And I like the depth that Brian has in case if Kenneth Walker, you know, he's always kind of questionable. But I like where Brian's at on his depth and Coxey being a little bit beat up. And then Drake London against Tampa Bay, their defense looks beat up too. It looks like Baker just kind of has to come in there and score a lot of points. So I'm going with Brian in this one. Running backs too, tough. Barkley's tough.
Yeah.
Kamara just got paid, man, and I just feel like this is like, I feel like he's going to have one of those games.
He does have those games.
He just got paid, and I feel like he might just have one of these games this week.
I think I got to go Brian on this one, too. I mean, you look at Saquon. He's been balling. Cincinnati's defense is not very good. And I just love the flex spot. I mean, I would take Kenneth Walker over Ramondre Stevenson 100 out of 100 times. So, yeah, I think that right there.
DK. I mean, he's not 100%. Nothing's been.
He's banged up right now.
I'm gonna ride with Coxey here.
All right. So you got a split.
I think his wide receivers are just.
But
wide receivers.
I'm gonna say if there is something that makes a difference, it's the quarterback play. If Caleb Williams comes out, who do they play? Oh my God.
Silent killer.
Washington. If that's like a dud game, you know, and he
Washington
only gets
has one of the worst
10, 11 points,
in the league.
And Jordan Love goes out there and puts up, I could see him having a 30, 35-point game. So if there's a big discrepancy between those two, I think Coxey would do it. But I think Caleb Williams is going to be able to do enough, and those running backs Brian has are going to be able to do.
Or if Daniels plays, does he play Daniels? You know, because he's been so good. Yeah, I think you almost have to. But
yeah,
I'm going Brian.
Coxey.
There you have it. Next, we got Snugz, 7-7, taking on Daddy Dabs Patrick Ford at 9-5. Right now, Snugz has a slight edge in the projection of 126 to 123. Two really good quarterbacks, but just looking at it off rip, I'm definitely leaning forward.
Yeah, I'm leaning right.
Jonathan Taylor, Snugz. How do you feel about that? I mean, you made that move for him, and you haven't hasn't paid off as probably as much as you would like. I think that first week he maybe
I got
had a big week.
2 30-point games out of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he's been on the house the past couple weeks, right?
Yeah, and I had his backup though, and was able to play him while he was out.
Yeah, and he got his, you know.
Got a touchdown for you.
10 points.
It's just
but
in Indy, man. If Joe Flacco starts, they have a better offense rather than Anthony Richardson.
So
I really think so.
Yeah,
It's just he needs to sit back, but I
get reckless.
I get it. You got
which is, you know, with him coming
guy.
back and almost not fully being back, or is he? You know, he practiced in full today, which was good to see. But it's just like,
yeah, I think that's gonna be a good game.
I do think a lot of the Tampa Bay. I got Rashad White too. I do think a lot of that rolls his way. he could see 10 targets. He could, start to really be, he already sees 6 or 7. So I thought about playing him because I think he's definitely going to be a big part of the passing game. Baker likes to check down a lot too. So I think if Taylor's healthy, you play him,
Yeah, you have to.
And I can't play him in my flex spot because I really like my receivers. I mean, I'm benching Devontae Smith.
Tyreek Hill with a 19-point projection. They're expecting hey, Tua's back.
He's back. Yeah.
Because he says,
I mean,
did you hear what he said to the fantasy managers?
Start me.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, 19 points, that's probably top 3, top 4, top 5 receiver on projections.
I do definitely think they did.
And that's a big, from where he's been.
I think they overprojected that for sure.
Yes.
I would probably even put him at 10, and I'd be okay with him getting 10 if the other 2 guys are okay.
And
But
Josh Jacobs.
Ford's so tough, man.
Josh Jacobs,
his team has really come
on.
Wide receiver position's hurting Ford a little bit, but everywhere else.
The double Green Bay fucking duo against Jacksonville could. I mean, you might not like to watch the game, but it might help your fantasy team.
Yeah. What can hurt me is having 3 guys in that game.
Yeah.
Playing Brian Thomas there, but you can't sit him. He's the number 8 wide receiver right now.
Kelsey versus Kincaid.
I'm going Ford.
T. Higgins versus.
I think it's good. Browns are going to give up fucking 42 points to the Ravens this week. Watch.
Yeah, I could see it.
There's going to be a lot of turnovers, a lot of short field.
And I think Kyron Williams has a good game tonight. Yeah. And Bijan, man. He's just too good. I'm going to go Daddy Dabs.
This is my game of the week, though.
Yeah.
This is my game of the week.
Yeah, I think
it's
kind
tough to pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty close game. But,
I mean, Josh Jacobs could find the end zone 3 times and just.
And T. Higgins has been
something.
really, really good, too.
All right. Next, we have Adam Chatlin, 11-3, taking on Dalton at 8-6 right now. Chat has a slight edge in the projections, 130 to 128. Rather high projections for players amongst owners amongst the league. What do you think about this one? This one also has the makings for being a potential game of the week.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp, though. How's he come out and perform?
Chat taking a shot. The 15-point projection. They're expecting a lot from him. Wish he was a Steeler.
Go back up.
Yeah, quarterback. It looks like Darnold's getting fired up tonight by Dalton. Which is if him and Jefferson can connect, the Rams' defense has kind of been getting boat raced a lot. They've kind of been just been, can Stafford
talk
keep
about
up?
game of the week.
Hall.
These are names.
Competitive league right now, man.
Yeah.
Mason and Connor. It's really I think Dalton has the more consistency there at wide receiver, whereas Chat has the 2 guys that can really boom and win you a week. If both those guys go off and get 40-point weeks for him, he's going to be unbeatable. But, is that there? Jags, they could be playing from behind with Ingram. Marvin Harrison, there's been a lot of talk about him. Is he going to step up? Does he hear the talk? It's kind of Zay Flowers. You said
Zay Flowers been getting fed, man.
And that's against Cleveland. DPC's that pretty high.
He can buy his own
Kittle,
flowers.
I think, eats on targets with Ayuk out. And does Debo play? I'm going with Dalton on this one. It's way too close, but I think the consistency of Dalton's guys.
I think the quarterback position's what's going to make the difference in this game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's like James Conner. Like, what's James Conner right now? What RB is he?
Probably like RB5.
Yeah, higher than what you think. Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to let me click on it. 12.
Yeah. I mean, It's consistent, but it just
hasn't
hasn't.
been consistent. I mean, 24, 3, 24, 14, 6, 22. So, I mean,
Yeah.
he's been okay. He's been good.
Off on.
He's had some big games.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Chat, though. Quarterback makes a difference. Kyler's legs.
Yeah.
I'm
going Dalton, though.
That was probably the toughest one. No, I would recall the game. Of the week
dude,
on
these
me
are
and
just
Ford and
names like stud.
Oh yeah, these are two of the better teams for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're top up there in the scoring. Dalton might be the highest scorer right now, I think. I'm going Dalton. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm always going to pick in Chad if I have a chance to.
Going Dalton.
Yep.
All right, and then our last game before we get into
Clack
this,
on the dot in my drop top.
who's it? Minnesota and who were we just talking?
LA Rams.
Rams. Yeah, before we get into that game tonight. Last game here we have Zach Chat 9-5 taking on Shear 7-7. Both teams right in the thick of it. Right now Zach has a slight edge by a point, 118 to Shear's 117. What do we think about this one, Snugz? We got anybody playing tonight? No.
I think Achan's back. I think CD Lamb's pretty good. Michael Pittman is just kind of mid. Mixon, they really like to feed him. Where I think now that he's playing golf in there, I don't know what he thinks about. Is he what's his decision on CJ Stroud? I think golf does pretty much eat up Tennessee, but I think sitting CJ Stroud really opens up his team a lot. The running backs for him have been hugely underrated, and Chuba Hubbard and Joe Mixon, when those guys play, I mean, when Mixon plays, he's like getting 30 out here, you know?
Yeah.
Achan, when he's healthy and plays, he's a boom guy too. I mean, just looking at his side over there, I just think that, it never looks like he has a good team at the draft until we get around now. And it's like, man, he's really had some guys who have performed. Baker's going to have to throw it on the other side. They do feed Hunt, especially inside the red zone. Dowdle against San Francisco could catch some passes there. That's going to be a big game for both teams needing a win.
Yeah.
Yes.
San Francisco might play themselves out of being in that division. They got a really tough schedule the next few weeks
Going
too.
out.
Yeah. I don't know if I can. Fuck it. But if you look at it,
Devontae's second week, with Rodgers, DJ Moore, that game against Washington could be a shootout.
Brock Bowers.
Defense,
Eat.
Brock Bowers is going to eat. But who does he have? Is it at tight end? Hunter Henry, who's been a lot better with May as well.
He has been.
It's really going to come down to those question marks of Achan being healthy. Is he healthy? Is he going to get fed? What's the offense going to look like with Tua? And is Cooper? This one's
Does
coming
Amari
down to
get
the flex.
featured as a number one?
Yeah.
Does he get come out here and they just throw the ball to him 15 times?
So that was pretty cool.
I mean, once he gets used to the system, I think.
New teams. So this is a really tough one, but I really only see Shear with the advantage at tight end. I really kind of like, the matchups are one thing. Chuba Hubbard against Denver, I don't like that. And like I said, Dowdle, he'll probably have to catch the ball, but it's not like San Francisco has been stopping anyone from. That's tough.
My running backs have just been.
Yeah,
Almost that.
Shear's running back situation's been tough this year.
Dude, I've been in the median right there all year.
I've had
all year.
Yeah.
probably 3 losses
I'm
where I'm scoring
118,
number
something
5,
like that, scoring.
or 7 where I'm right there. But I like Zach in terms of the running backs, and I like. I like Shears overall receiver, but I think like I said, that flex matchup's going to be huge, and I think the quarterback matchup's going to be huge. Is Baker still, able to put up a 30-point game without all those weapons that he's had
I'm thinking
as of late? It's been a really
Brock Bowers going to win me this game.
high-powered offense. So I think it comes down to the quarterback matchup. Is it going to be Goff? Is he going to be able to have a good game against Tennessee? Tennessee's been struggling a little bit. If Bakey, I think Shear's going to need Bakey to have a 30-point game to stay in this because I think the running backs that Zach has with HN, Mixon, and Hubbard, who've, like Snugz said, a couple of those guys under the radar have been playing pretty well. So I'm going to go Zach on this one. Even though I want to go Shear, I'm going to go Zach. I think this
Good luck,
one's
Zach.
close too.
I think it's going to be a good game, Bob.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Shear, but picking Zach as well. I want to see some chaos.
Hell yeah. So there you have it, boys. That's the Week 8 matchups. Sorry, we missed you for a couple weeks. Doesn't look like we got a single viewer during the whole episode. But that's on us. We've been out of it for
cigarette, you fucking idiots.
a couple weeks. So you guys,
We could have sat here and just fucking with like.
Yeah, literally.
Just moved our mouths
not
not even make a noise.
No.
And you boys would be like, oh, yeah, great shit.
Hey, Hokies balled last week, though. Go Hokies.
Hell yeah.
Hey, let's put in since no one's watching, let's put in a wild one. Because last time I put mine in, dude, Jets money line, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson.
Give me Jordan Addison anytime touchdown, just randomly.
Justin Jefferson, 2-time touchdown score tonight.
So then we're at 3+ TDs for Darnold. So we just want to say 4 touchdown night for Darnold tonight, bro. 4 TDs.
Who else you got for Minnesota?
4 TDs from Darnold.
What's that look like, Snugz?
They probably don't even have it in there.
Well, they need to put it in there.
Do anytime touchdown score.
Passing props. Put it up here. Darnold passing TDs over under is at 1.5.
Oh, smash the over.
We can put him at 4 for plus 1,000.
There you go. So
Sam Darnold 4+ TDs tonight.
10x your money right
Plus
now.
1,000.
Justin Jefferson 2-time and Jordan Addison for 1. The other one, if you boys want to throw another fucking guess in there, it's gonna even boost it even more.
Yeah,
Matt Stafford with a pick.
Yep.
Matt Stafford throws a pick.
Throw it in there.
And the longest completion of the night, they have Sam Darnold and Sam Darnold is going to throw a longer completion over 37.5. And, man, that one's not checking in there. Okay, whatever. But anyways, we might as well go with yards, too. I mean, 4 TDs.
Yeah.
We might as well not miss out on the
Plus
yards here.
325.
Let's go with Sam Darnold tonight
300
for 300 plus.
That sounds safe.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go with
300 yards, 4 TDs. That sounds like a normal night for Sam Darnold.
In terms of the game,
Yeah, riding on the Sam Darnold's back tonight, huh?
We're gonna go Vikings alternate line of plus 6.5.
Sure.
What did you got us at?
Plus 3.5, actually.
Okay, what we sitting at?
We can go 6.5 because we got a lot of higher things in there, Snugz.
So
they won't. Go a little safer on the 6.5.
What we sitting at?
Plus 3.5 is the best we could do.
What's the odds on that whole thing?
Plus 3,000.
That's it. Oh, with one leg being plus 1,000, and then the 3 other legs, it's only plus 3.
Correct. So we have Sam Darnold 4+ TDs.
Plus 1,000.
Vikings plus 3.5. Sam Darnold 300 plus TD, 300 plus yards, and Matt Stafford with an interception.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks.
All right, boys.
30 times your money tonight with the Big Dawg Podcast bet. Can't get that anywhere else. So once again, thank you. We'll be back better than ever next week. Go Steelers.
Go Browns. We fucking suck.
Duval.
There you go.
They suck
Actually,
too.
yeah, you guys. My team is looking great right now. We're fucking Russ is.
You'll make the playoffs.
Russ
and
is back,
You'll make
baby.
the
We
playoffs.
gotta
And
fucking.
you might make the divisional.
Before we exit
you might
the
make
episode,
the fucking playoffs,
let's
and you'll
just
get fucking
give a
ran
fucking
over.
round of applause for Mike Tomlin as being one of the greatest.
No one
coaches
gives a fuck
of
on this podcast.
generation. Mike Tomlin
He's a good coach.
is one of the greatest. We aspire to be more like you, Mike. All right. We love you guys.
Look at that
We'll
cold,
receive you next
cold
week.
finish by Jalen Brown.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, hold on. We got a Bit Connor song. Peace.
Big Dawg Podcast coming to you live. Let's get it. Listen up, y'all. Big Dawg, Big Dawg. Let's get it. Big Dawg, best group in the land from top to bottom. Nobody understands that when we play, footballing is the plan. Number one, who's gonna be the man? Who gonna win? Too soon, man, I gotta go. I hit the draft board's best team in the show. Now pay me money, only past winners really know how to win it all. Nameless gonna grow. Fantasy football, it's in the fucking name. I came to play best, yeah, I'm in the fucking game. This league, man, yeah, it's never gonna be the same. Top dogs, all the others out here looking lame. Lame motherfuckers. I thought I told you, lame motherfuckers, you gotta get your shit together if you're trying to win this shit. This is Big Dawg Stadium and we don't fuck around. Representing teams all around the nation. Shoot quick, man, cause I ain't got no patience. From the Browns to the Steelers to the Bengals, got the North unlocked. Everybody looking around cause they want some stock. Can't hate, got some purple and gold too. From the Titans to the Jags, all in a crew. Everybody showing love through and through, through and through. Gotta be the best if you wanna ship too. Better get your head in the game. If you wanna ship too. I done told them. Said if you wanna ship too. They gonna know my name. Yeah, if you wanna ship too. Everybody wanna ship through.